Beautiful human, thank you so much for giving us a click of your time. I'm so sorry for my uncomfortable facial hair, but you clicked on our conversation with Avenue Beat. Please comment on the video. I see every comment. Like it if you like it, and subscribe. I beg you. Okay, here we go.
Let's do this. Zach Show.
Hello, beautiful human. We are here with Daniel Zola, and we welcome three human beings that make up Avenue Beat.
Hey.
That's debatable. Human beings.
What would you consider yourselves, if not a human?
A human after this cup of coffee. A human in probably 3 hours.
Give it a second.
That's when it starts.
Wow.
But before that.
We are having this conversation at the butt crack of the morning. It is the wee hours of the day, but honestly, this is the time where Dan Zola thrives.
Really?
I've been up for hours. I wake up at 5 o'clock every morning. You got to get the day started.
What?
There's only so many hours in the day. You got to take advantage of it.
There's only so much time to sleep. Good God.
Not for me.
Well,
It's rather
Zach,
wild.
Zach, it's also the afternoon where you are. Don't pretend it's early.
Damn. I haven't adjusted yet. I have a delicate system that needs to be slowly worked into new time zones. I'm fragile.
He is like an old Dell computer. He needs to be rebooted properly or he will not function correctly.
Dude, if you just unplug me and then plug me back in, that is not good. Anyway, this is about three human beings who got their band name from a band name generator back in the day. Do you remember those, Dan? Like on the internet?
Yeah,
Yep.
Of course I do.
That's how Avenue Beat was born. I shouldn't tell the story. You should.
I mean, you
want
told
to
it.
tell
It
the
was
story.
nice. We went on an online band name generator when we were 14. We clicked it like 3 times, and then we were like, "This will do."
We thought we can change it later if we need to.
And
Wait.
we never did.
Never did.
So there were actually other options available to you that weren't Avenue Beat
It
before
was
Avenue
like-
Beat?
It was like you get like a list of like 5 or 6, and then in the first batch we were like, "Avenue Beat, sure, sounds nice, sure,
It works.
we'll go with it."
It's got
Has
good
any-
mojo.
Has anybody been like, we should change the name?
Oh, so many people.
Yeah.
They're like, it sounds like Disney Channel. It doesn't.
What does it mean? It doesn't mean anything.
And we're like, you know what? It doesn't need to mean anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we make fun of it, but then when other people make fun of it, we're like, hey.
It's like a sibling.
Yeah.
But
Do you guys feel a connection to the name, or is it still just kind of a random name for you?
Now I feel very protective over it. Now I'm just like, get away from my baby. I like it. I like saying like AvB. Like it just seems really natural. Like I think of that as like
B. I like that too.
I think of that as it's like that's like code for just the three of us, which I like.
I understand an attachment because it is unique, it's different, and also like the stress of having to come up with something new is really debilitating.
Oh yeah, we tried.
We tried so hard.
We racked our brains. We were like, these names all suck.
Yep.
We're staying with Avenue B.
Well, at what phase in your musical career, because you've been doing this for a long time, since you were kids, you've been friends for a long time.
Yes.
Yep.
We've been friends. Sam and I have known each other since we were babies, and then we met Sammy when we were like 14. So
Peak awkward stage.
yeah. So we've been doing this for 7 years.
Whoa.
Gross.
That's
I mean,
gross.
people grow in 7 years, right? That's like a hearty chunk of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you learn about each other during those 7 years? And obviously, you're making music together, so you're working with each other.
Everything.
Literally everything.
Everything you didn't want to know about a person, you learn about.
Yeah, it's just like you become so close. It's just like another level. Like, you know, when you can sit in a car with like 2 friends and not say anything, and the awkward silence is just not awkward. Like, we're on that level.
Yeah. There have been days, just whole days.
Whole days.
Whole days.
I feel that, but like you've seen each other change, right? Like you were different people, each one of you.
Oh gosh.
I feel like we've been like
We've all
4 different people in the time that we have known each other.
We've definitely all been on personal journeys.
Yeah, I
for
mean,
sure.
because we've known each other and we've grown up together in like in such weird circumstances, but also in the time frame that people do the most like radical types of changes. Like yeah, we've gone from like 14 to 22. It's a lot of weird peaks and valleys and hair colors and outfit choices and just so many things that we've been through together.
Lots of bad choices
Lots
too.
of bad choices.
Truly, like the most formative years of a human being's existence.
Truly. But it is kind of nice to kind of have a fallback of like, no matter what, these two have to like me, because if they didn't, it would make all of our lives a lot harder.
But there had to be moments where you actually don't like each other. I mean, Dan hates me sometimes. Dan said the most vile things to me. Wait, what were you saying? Sorry.
Wait, no, what did you say?
Oh, I was just saying that like Dan hates me sometimes, and but like, but it's human nature to fight. Like, you get angry with each other, especially when you're around each other a lot.
You just gotta learn how to like talk to certain people. Like fighting's fine as long as you figure out how to,
handle it and move on.
Yeah, handle it and move on, and work with other people's crap and your own crap to come to some sort of conclusion where you can both be at least, decently happy. We're good at that.
Advice from Sammy Beard.
Decently happy.
Learn your crap, be decently happy.
All right, let's talk music.
Book coming this June.
Well, by the way, could be something decently happy. I like that. I like the flow we're on.
I actually like that. But okay, we might write that.
Yeah. Cool.
Hey, I mean, like, here's the deal. I don't want to, if it started here, it started here. If it's organic, it's organic. I want to talk music though, because we've hung before, and I've already gushed over your music like a insane fan human.
We were writing that buzz for several days afterwards, by the way.
Like, I mean, really, your voices are amazing. Your stories are so vivid and easy to listen to and understandable. And because of the lack of production, everything really shines. It's really like, and I don't say lack, I mean, it's the perfect amount. Like it's it's the perfect accompaniment to a great story. In the studio, in the room, I mean, what is each one of your roles? Like, there's obviously a puzzle, and you each bring something to that puzzle. So what is it?
Yeah, we've grown up writing together, so we learned how to do it in like a very cohesive way. And it just like happened that we each bring something different when we go in and write. Like Sam usually has an idea because she's dramatic and emotional and feels everything. She'll come in one day and be like, I'm feeling this thing, we need to write about it. And then Sammy's really good at coming up with lyrics and just like words that like fit in. And then I'll have like a track vibe or a melody, and then fit whatever Sammy says into like a dope phrasing and a melody. And then it all just works together.
It's like bump, set, spike.
Yeah.
It is. That's a really cool way to kind of break it down. F2020, you just freestyled, right? Like you were just kind of rambling things, and it started with a cat dying.
Literally, that is why that song is a song.
Rip Gumbo.
Rip
Gumbo.
Yo, do you think Gumbo is? Sorry, I think Gumbo could be reincarnated in this song.
Whoa!
That could very much so be
right
it.
there.
I like that.
I like that.
It was his final parting gift to us.
Literally, the day he died is when I wrote that song.
His soul left his body, and then it like passed through your brain real quick to give you
And out of your mouth in some weird anti it's a positive demonic situation. Maybe demonic's not the right word.
Doing
But
the verse like verse meow. What the heck was that?
But
I feel like that was weird.
But you freestyled, you channeled something, Gumbo energy.
Yeah. Yes, Gumbo energy. I literally went up on the mic, found a guitar loop from Splice, and that just came out, the verse and the chorus.
Had you ever created a song like that previous?
Yeah, that's just the way, like if I'm feeling emotional or just want to like diary or something, I'll just literally find a loop that feels like my emotion, loop it, and then sing on top of it. And this one just happened to come out into the world.
I love that. Savannah refuses to talk to us about how she's feeling, but she'll just send us a song about it later.
She's like, here's my emotions. And we're like, okay, cool. Thank you for keeping me in the loop. Thank you for letting me know what's going on with you. I appreciate it.
What is the process like after that moment that you have like your first recording of you freestyling? Like Is it a song right at the gate, or?
I like to add a bunch of stuff when I'm doing that. So usually I'll have a verse and a chorus that's just like full out done. And then most of the time I'll just scrap it because it's like too personal. But then other times I'll just take it to Sam and Sammy and be like, yo, I think this could be something if you guys relate to it. Because I always want to make music that's true to all of us. Then we should finish it. And then we do.
And F2020 is true to more than just the three of you.
True. So weird. So dope, though.
But guys, the song is about F2020, but I guess 2020 is not kind of being good to you guys.
The irony. The irony.
The irony.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Literally.
Oh my gosh. It's like so wild. Like literally, like when the song came out and was blowing up, like I just moved in like yesterday, but I was literally like homeless for like a little while. It was like everyone's like congratulations, and I'm like thanks. I
Sleeping on my friend's couch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally.
Wow. I mean, and obviously, like, because of everything that's going on, any sort of traditional music success and what comes along with that, it's like, you know, like you're not touring to follow it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not doing like radio promotion or radio concerts, like what could have happened.
Yep.
But do you think F2020 would have even been born if the pandemic didn't exist?
No, absolutely not. And like if all the crappy stuff didn't happen this year. So it's really like
it can't exist in a vacuum. Like it's literally every single thing, every single bit of the circumstance that led to this is an important part of it.
Yeah.
It all happened for a reason.
So how does it feel to have so much success from so much tragedy?
Honestly, it feels only right for us.
It feels kind of nice.
It's like that's kind of worth it.
It makes it all a little less tragic, I guess.
I mean, it's actually so cool to think about. Like, everyone is going through some crap, and like you write something, and then people relate to it, and we get messages saying like, "This made me feel a little less crap today," and it's like,
that's everything.
Like
that's everything.
That's why you write a song, so that people can relate to it, understand it, like feel seen.
Yeah, that's like the whole point of, for us, like at least for me, for making music is like maybe if I get my emotions out, somebody else will feel the same way, and then they'll feel like a little less alone, and that's just like
that feels
everything.
Really rewarding.
And that is the truth, right? Because when you hear F2020, I don't know, there's like a moment of understanding because we're all going through it, and then there's a little bit moment of escape, and it's cool. It's the right release. Yo, real quick, I got to tell you about Macari, my favorite selling app and my favorite buying app. It makes selling whatever you have laying around your house super easy. All you got to do is use your phone, download Macari, the selling app. It has tens of thousands of positive reviews. You download it, you take a photo of the things you want to sell, you write a description, you post it, somebody makes you an offer. Macari will give you the shipping label, you print it out, you stick it on, and then poof. No meetups, no hassles. I used to get super stressed thinking about all the clutter I had in my house and wanting to sell it all. And it was hard for me to get it done because it was overwhelming. It just seemed like a big process. And then Macari entered my life and everything changed. I've been using it to sell stuff and buy stuff for a while now. And it's just so easy. It's an easy way to generate cash. It's an easy way to clean up your house. I'm telling you, Macari is for you if you're looking to buy anything or sell almost anything. Macari, the selling app. Mercari. That is Macari. Mercari. Try it out. It's good. What can we take from F2020 when trying to understand how the album is going to sound or the next records? Like, are we telling a story of all the things that happened this year?
I mean, we do like to complain, so like.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's a lot, I'm sure, and we're not even really halfway through with the year. Think about it.
We'll put out F2020 part 2. Just throw in the extra stuff.
The remix.
The remix.
Oh
Dude.
God.
High key F2020. Why are you calling low key?
I love
But
that.
you understand the irony of that because the song is the opposite of low key.
Yeah.
Is releasing
Yeah,
a song the most high key thing you could do?
This is true.
This is true.
True.
More irony.
You know what? We're gonna say it was intentional. We're gonna say that it was a very intentional oxymoron, but you'll know. Well, us here, we will know the secret, which is we did not think about that.
Yes.
We did not think about that at all.
Is there an album coming or EP singles? What is the move?
We want an album.
Yeah,
out
we want to
next.
put out an album.
we're just telling that to everyone.
Yeah,
We're
so
just
manifesting.
manifesting it.
Yeah.
We keep telling everyone.
We just have so many songs.
Unconfirmed, but we're making it confirmed. We want an album to come out.
yeah, put it out there.
So the songs you're sitting on, are they songs created after F2020 or before?
Both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are some that have like stood the test of time that are just like, we need these to come out eventually. And then I think writing F2020 and like seeing that it actually worked opened a whole new like lane of what we thought we could do in music. So we have new stuff after too.
I don't mean this in an insulting way, but do you feel like you've written good songs before F2020?
Yes. And a lot of bad songs.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but
For
that's
sure.
that's just music in general.
Yeah.
Like some days it's good, and some days you won't leave the room and you're like, why am I a songwriter?
Yeah.
Literally. So it just depends on the day.
But what's how do you judge good?
If I feel like
I don't know. I always just go by, because I think good, and like, especially when it comes to like art, is so subjective. And I mean, obviously there are things that are liked by more people and relate to more people, but lately I've just been going by what I like. It's like really egotistical, but I'm just like, I like it, so they're done. Like I think it's a lot of pressure to put on yourself to try to project your perception to like other people and like what they're gonna think of your music, and just go with like, it's like, okay, cool, I think this is dope, I'm gonna run with it. So I think we just go by what we enjoy.
So have you been creating music post F2020, obviously?
yes.
It doesn't change the way you create at all?
It does a little.
And I think there's a little more pressure now,
Yeah.
knowing that like people are actually listening.
Yeah. Before it was much lower stakes.
Literally, it was just like, oh, this will get like 20,000 streams on Spotify. It's chill.
Before it was really easy to do the idealistic, like, oh, it's just for me, it's my music, me. And now there is a little bit of like, but.
Yeah, we definitely spend a little extra time making sure it's dope.
Well, because you understand the possibilities now. Like, it isn't just your music. The stakes are higher. And do you feel like you've learned anything from the making of F2020?
I think I've learned that like you can make a hit song in your bedroom, and like people will want to listen to it. Like, that is dope. You can literally do this in your bedroom.
So you should never leave your bedroom ever. You should only create songs in your bedroom.
That's what I'm saying. Literally, you can just sleep, wake up, write a hit song, go back to the
If it works, why would you this has been validated, and I've gone through many periods in my life where I've had to change what works. And then I had I don't mean to name drop. I don't like doing it, but I had a conversation that led to a revelation in my life with Chris Martin of Coldplay. And like, I'm such a pompous person right now, name dropping.
No, that was so low key. That was like
Oh.
a subtle name drop. You're good.
But he had come on the show, and we had a conversation afterwards, and I was like in a weird phase where I had moved locations and coasts, and I was totally changing what I was doing. And he had told some story to me about they had made, I guess, the first album in a barn somewhere, and it ended up being really popular, and then he changed the process, and then he was like, we had to just go back to the barn, like you had to go back to the barn. I hope I'm getting that. I'm pretty sure I got that right. God forbid I didn't. Knock on wood. But but it's the same thing, right? Like, if it works, like it's comfortable. There's a good energy there. Why would you? I don't know. And some people might want to try to like do different, but it works.
What is your process now? Like, how has that shifted?
Oh, me? Oh, I have like, it's weird. It's all different now. The whole process is different. Dan's smiling for a reason, because, how many different ways has it changed? But ultimately, like, I now I'm home, so I feel like I'm in a better place. So I think I'm creating different energies out there. So, but it's changed so drastically in the worst way, because I think we have less creative freedom than artists do, in a sense that, you know, we just have, there's so many, I mean, everybody has a corporation and suits, right? But
Yeah.
for us, it's just, I don't know. You know, we don't make as much money, and like art is not the driving factor for revenue.
Yeah.
Whereas you guys, art is the driving factor for revenue. So, your comfort is paramount. So don't leave your bedroom unless you want to leave the bedroom. So do you want to work with other, like, do you want co-writers in an ideal dream world, or do you want insane producers to take what you make in your bedroom and then do it? Like, if you can pick.
I think we always want like the core of what we're doing to be us, but it'd be dope to like try out anyone here and there, like writer or producer, because I love when someone can come in and like add like a little bit of what they do, but not change what the original vibe of something is.
Totally. Do you want people in there from the ground up, or do you want to get it somewhere, the three of you, or do you want to like go into a room blank slate? What's your ideal session? I mean, you have a hit song now. Like, those things can happen, you know, when people start associating in person with one another.
Oh,
True.
what a day that'll be.
I mean, I think it's dope when we all like, when we have an idea that we're excited about, and then like we bring somebody else in and get their take on it, and then just kind of like build it up from there. Like, or like whatever we're feeling. I mean, it just depends on the day too. I mean, sometimes it's cool to just like start from nothing and then see what everybody's feeling.
And it depends on how social we are that day, because sometimes we just go in, we meet a new person, and
like,
we're
I don't wanna
awkward
talk to you.
and we don't want to open up, so we're just sitting there like.
Yeah, it really is. It really is very circumstantial, because it depends on
the person's vibe.
It depends on us that day. It depends on every like minute detail of that person's vibe. Like, it is every single time you just kind of roll the dice and you're like, let's see what happens.
You never know.
Are you doing sessions now, or are you just working from the bedroom?
The bedroom.
Yep.
You can do them on Zoom, but I hate Zoom.
If you can't do in person, you can't do Zoom. I'm sorry to break that to you.
Yeah, literally.
It's just
Zoom loses the magic for sure.
It's just like the lag, and then you can't sing along with everybody, and I'm like, dang it, that was my favorite part.
Yeah. The magic is it's just not there.
No.
Guys, in F2020, you said you put out some music that nobody liked. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but is there like a bigger story behind that?
I mean,
yeah. I mean, the last thing we put out, it's just like, no, I mean,
it's like, it's a little hyperbolic, because like there were some people who were like, oh wow, like I love this thing, but still it like didn't do what we now have as a benchmark for success.
Yeah, like what did it do? Like, what was your goal for the last record, and what was its name?
We put out this EP of covers.
Oh, I love that cover. That's what that's what you're talking about?
Yes.
Oh, I think that's a great body of work. I thought it was really cool.
Thank you, man. Wow.
Yeah, everybody should try that out. It's worth your time. It really is great.
Thank you. Oh, well, we put it out, and then it was like.
Well, I mean, like I mean, with all due respect, like it's a body of work of covers. Like, it's not gonna. What do you think it's gonna do? Like, pop off and be number one, Billboard number one? I'm not
Billboard number one.
200.
Listen, you're correct, but
it doesn't hurt the self-esteem.
yeah, it doesn't seem any less. No.
Wait, but so what was your gauge for success with it? What do you want to see?
I don't know if we really knew what we wanted until we
got it.
Yeah, now it's like a whole new.
Yeah,
I think we didn't even realize like the scale of things until this blew up, and now we're just like, oh my God, like what is happening?
Did you set any expectations for F2020?
Oh
no,
absolutely none.
Absolutely none.
We were literally thinking they will never let us put this out, so we'll just put it on TikTok. Like, we had zero expectation.
Well, and you released on TikTok before it was done, right?
Yeah, it wasn't even finished yet.
Yep. Just Sab's original verse chorus.
Yeah.
And
Then after we put it out,
Yeah,
then we had
what's
to
on
finish it.
TikTok, the original video is literally what I did the first day, just
Wow.
in that session.
Isn't that wild?
so wild and dope because it was like an hour worth of work.
I'd be so afraid to change anything. I'd be like,
it was hard to finish the whole song because I'm like,
Don't wanna
and
mess
to
it
write
up.
the second verse
Yeah.
because it's like you don't want to write a second verse that doesn't live up to the first verse.
or like ruins it somehow.
Yeah.
oh my gosh, because people were already reacting to the first, and it really was that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I just kind of had to block that out and just be like, what would we write if there were no
No expectations.
no
There
expectations?
wasn't 10 million people waiting to
Yeah.
hear the full song.
What? So
And we just had to do it.
literally 50% of the song is out there. You still have another 50% left.
Yep.
But 10 million people have heard half of the song at this point. In your opinion, today, which verse is better?
First verse.
First verse.
Okay,
Yeah.
first verse. It's just because like it was just the reason it struck a chord with all of us and I think other people is just because I mean we're all living the same year together, and so everything that Savannah put in the first verse we were like, oh my god, like yep, that just happened. Like I remember that because I was there.
I literally listened to it and I was like, yeah, we should write this on TikTok.
So what TikTok started it? Do you know the video?
It was just we made a video with like
A green.
A ratchet green screen
we just
that
like
we got
stood-
from
yeah.
from Michael's, and
Yeah.
we just taped to Savannah's
Taped it to the wall. We stood in front of the green screen, and then like Savannah edited like video footage like in the background of like. All
Sometimes
the,
my
like,
hair doesn't show up in the video because it is also green. It's
literally we just put the lyrics and like some like videos from like New Year's Eve like that we were together or whatever and like all this stuff and then just threw it up.
we texted. We went around texting all of our friends, and we were like, "Hey, do you have videos of you crying? We need it." And because all of our friends are psychopaths, apparently they're like, "Oh yeah, I've got some here too."
Literally every one of our friends had a video. They were just like, yeah,
Every
one
one.
sec. And they sent like 5.
I mean, who's among us can't boast like being like bawling, and then just like you're kind of done crying, but everything's still like a wreck, and you just go.
I have never had that thought in my mind ever. I mean, I'm hideous to look at when I'm not crying. The concept of documenting me after an emotional episode like that, no way do I want to have that on my phone. No,
There's
God
like a
forbid I
certain
see it again.
There's like a certain type of cry that gives you like a little glow.
A glow, yeah. I always look at myself and I'm like, wow,
You're a
my
little
eyes
blue, your
look
eyes look
great.
a little more blue because the red in your eyes brings out the blue. Your lips look puffy because you've just been like the whole time, and so it's kind of stretched them out. Like it's kind of a
Wow.
look.
It's fun.
Wow. I mean, like, this is clearly the Generation Z energy that I am not.
I was gonna say,
Privy
what
to.
does it say? What does it say about like our psychology? That one of my first instincts when I have like a really big cry is to whip out my phone.
That's not healthy. I mean,
Nope.
Hey, it's called coping.
well, yeah, I was gonna say there's probably a therapist out there that goes like, it's documenting and understanding your emotion.
Yes. Hey, we'll go with that.
You gotta celebrate the highs with the lows.
Yeah, so when you're like just innocently scrolling through your photos, you can just look at all these horrendous pictures of you just horrifically crying.
Yes,
And
exactly.
then it shows growth.
Yeah.
1 second, me fucked up, puking. Next second, me bawling my eyes out.
Yep.
My grandmother's in there.
Yep.
Sometimes the Venn diagram of that is overlapping, and you can be wine drunk on a porch in Cancun and just bawling your eyes out.
Wow. And you
Not
have
that I
to
would know.
you can't not document.
Guys, I used to sometimes, I don't drink anymore, but I used to have a good time. And this picture I took reminds me exactly what you're talking about.
Oh,
Let me
I'm
see if I can
ready.
get it up here.
I am ready.
Wait, what? I mean, Dan, did you cry?
No, but it's just like I woke up, I felt terrible, and the first thing I did was lay on the bathroom floor and throw up a peace sign.
Yes,
Exactly.
he gets it. That is like Gen Z, or actually it's like Gen Zennial. It's like right on the cusp to Gen Z, where it's just like, I got a problem, peace sign. It's like, hey, I kinda wanna die.
I've never been prouder to not do something in my entire life.
I had to do it one day.
You're
after
gonna
this
do it now.
conversation.
You're gonna do it now. Next time you cry, you're gonna send this as selfie.
This conversation is going to bury itself in your subconscious. And so next time you like have a big mental breakdown, your hand's going to be reaching for your phone and you're going to be like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this?
And it will definitely make its way to the internet if it happens.
Oh,
Yes,
100%.
please send it to us immediately.
Well, now I'm just more interested in like maybe I could actually because I'm refusing to look at myself in almost any state. Like even video chatting right now is quite difficult.
I feel you.
Well, I feel like I could be missing out on maybe the best version of me, which is crying me. If
Crying Zach.
You never know if you've never seen him.
post-cry glow, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're 100% right. Like, I don't know what post-cry glow looks like if I've never chosen to document it.
True.
Listen, maybe when you start like tears streaming down your face, maybe you go like full Brad Pitt. Like that's your best look. Maybe.
Wow, it's like a weird version of Benjamin Button. It's like a cry thing.
The sadder he
Anyway,
gets, the better he looks.
how are we doing, Daniel? Do you have any other thoughts? Any other energies to put out into the universe?
Yeah, has anybody asked you guys, any big name artists asked to get on like a remix? It seems like that's what happens when a song blows up like this. You know, Jack Harlow had a bunch of people hop on his. Selena Gomez got on Trevor Daniels' song.
Oh yeah, I just heard that on the radio the other day.
Yes, and it's whack.
It's so weird.
It's so trippy to have a celebrity slide into your DMs.
And
Wait,
they're
who
like,
is it?
hey, can we say that?
I don't
Yes.
say it.
Are you
I don't
kidding?
say it.
Yes, you can say it.
Okay, we can say our favorite one.
What was that? Oh,
We're now in a group chat with BB Rexa called BB's BB's.
BB's.
And I've never been prouder in my life.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
BB's BB's.
BB's BB's.
She named it.
BB's.
Genius.
Okay, so BB Rex is on the list. Who else?
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
No, I don't. I want it to be a surprise.
Yeah, we have to wait.
Wait, so who got the green light? It wasn't BB Rexa, or was it?
No, we don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Listen,
It's not up to us.
we're
rats.
man. We're weighing our options.
We're
Wait.
honest.
Did you just call yourself rats?
Yes. Yeah. That's what we refer to ourselves as.
Yes.
You're just like you're the mere plebes, the peons. Like you're just just the
Did you say peon?
peon. Isn't that like just a random like a random like person?
Oh, okay. We are the peon. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's correct. Maybe I'm somebody will correct me in the comment section. So lay into me. Go for it. Wait, so BB Rexa wants to get on the record.
She's like weird.
Oh, that's so weird to say out loud.
Yeah. When you put it like that.
We said it on the internet.
Who else?
Oh gosh.
It's a surprise, Zach. We want the element
We
of
can't disclose
surprise.
all of our juicy secrets.
Also, if we don't talk about it, then nothing. If it doesn't happen, we won't feel bad.
Yes, that's
we won't,
why we're doing
and we
this.
won't have to explain to people why it didn't happen.
Well, here's the deal. I good vibes and good energy. I love BB Rexa with my whole heart. She's an incredible human being and an amazing artist. And she writes poems just as incredibly as she writes records. She's extraordinary. So if it's not this remix, hopefully it'll be something in the future. As long as you don't leave the bedroom.
Yeah. Yes.
I love
Yes.
her.
God, I hope so.
That was
What is
a
my
cool
brain?
day. That was a really cool day.
We were all just kind of
Yeah.
walking around like, "Are you seeing this too?" Yeah.
I would get a text from her and be like,
And then we'd be like, okay, we have to respond to
everyone be cool.
But,
Too many exclamation words. Too many.
but you
Wait.
can't take too long to respond. You have to it was very
So
thought.
delicate
We also
process.
respond too quickly.
Yeah.
It's like
Valid.
like texting somebody you like was nothing on that. Had absolutely nothing on that experience of like overthinking.
Oh, I'm in a better headspace now, but traditionally I overthink text to a point of grossness. And it's
Yeah.
almost crippling.
It
So
is crippling.
Do you do the thing where you like type out the text in your notes app so
Oh.
the bubbles
Yes.
aren't there the whole time?
yes, I proofread and then I send and then I instantly throw my phone across the room because I just don't want to be near it for the response.
Literally,
What a mood.
I
Airplane
send the
those,
text,
yeah.
and then I'm like, bye. I'm not gonna look at this for 6 hours.
That's
when you send that risky text and then you immediately go on
Airplane
airplane
mode.
mode.
You go into what? Literally, I've sent a risky text and then got on a flight for some reason.
you know, you have an excuse. You're out of the conversation. You're in the air.
Yep.
Literally.
Yep.
Done.
Done.
Okay. We've been talking for quite some time. Daniel Zolot, do you have any final thoughts, energies here?
I think we covered most of it.
We've covered. You sure? I feel like you have a lot left in you.
I just want to say I love your One Direction cover. I love everything about One Direction. So
Aww.
Me too, man. Me too.
One Direction
Who's your
forever.
favorite member of One Direction?
it's hard to go against Harry.
It really is.
Listen,
it really is.
The star power in that man is just astronomical.
He did that. What is specifically he doing? Doesn't matter. He's probably still doing that. Like, he's just that level.
Doesn't even matter.
I really feel like it's hard to pick a favorite, and I think it's unfair to all of them to pick
Aw,
favorite.
Zach loves them all equally.
a better man.
It's when they're together.
I'm not gonna lie, Liam. I'm not really like I love him the same way I love all people, but you know, I appreciate his existence as a human being, but he's, you know, I really prefer the other ones.
No,
Yeah, but-
that was savage, but packaged so sweetly.
So sweetly.
Yeah.
That was
Respect.
sweet but
Yeah,
savage.
but on One Direction's 10-year anniversary, Liam was the most engaging with the fans. He really dedicated himself to that day.
Okay,
That's
okay,
true.
Here
great.
we go.
So true.
We got some pro Liam content here. I like that.
I have no comment or no want to further my feelings on Liam Payne.
The shade.
Also, Liam's the only one we haven't interviewed on this show, so maybe Liam can come on and that'll change things.
Set the record straight.
True.
As
Liam,
long as
you're
he's down to
super
speak
you.
about everything.
Challenge
Usually is.
issued. Challenge
Yeah, the
issued.
challenge was issued. Let's see if he does
Challenge
it.
is issued, Liam Payne. Come on in. Get ready to
Exactly.
rumble.
In a month from now,
Get
we're doing
ready
an
to
F2020 remix with Liam Payne.
Savannah would implode.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I would.
I mean, do we know the right time to release a remix? I mean, that must be stressful too. You don't want to go too soon. You don't want to go too late.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't go in 2021. Are we afraid the song will not be relevant then?
Yes. Absolutely. I'm hoping that instead of being like, okay, like we're sick of complaining about 2020 now that it's 2021, I'm hoping that it's just like it's something that like people hear it, they lock eyes and they know, like we all remember. We all have a
Remember that
trauma
time?
bond. We all went through that together.
Yeah.
And it's just exists in like the cultural conscious is like, oh God, remember that?
Isn't that the amazing thing about music? Is that it really could take you back, but it's also incredibly uniting. And
Yeah.
Literally.
you have an anthem of one of the worst years, if not the worst year in American history.
Whoa.
Wow. Never thought about it like that.
Oh gosh. I hope this is okay, I hope big picture. I hope this is one little bit of our legacy, but I'm okay with this being our legacy. I think that's kind of
You
cool.
know what? Whatever happens,
Whatever
happens, and I'm
happens.
just chilling. I'm just vibing.
We're just vibing.
This is the first of many. I really appreciate the three of you. You're incredibly
Aw.
talented.
We appreciate you.
This
You have the best vibes.
You can just tell so much, like, how much you appreciate music and, like, how much you, like,
Yeah.
love artists and respect what they do, and it's so nice.
It's such
so
a nice, yeah, it's
Wow.
wonderful.
That's very nice to say, and that was very nice of you, and I appreciate that very much. I don't receive compliments very well. And here's the deal. Like, I know Dan's thinking, Dan's thinking in his head, Zach loves this right now. Zach loves this right now. And the truth is, my palms are sweaty. I don't know how to respond, but I appreciate you. And you know, yeah, I do care. And I'm very lucky. I mean, yeah. And as long, you guys make good music. And I feel like I told you this last time, I'm pretty sure, but like, I feel like your type of music has been missing for a whole different generation. So it really is cool to hear it coming back. And Dan might be like, what are you saying? And I mean, like, you know, I grew up on PLJ, so like Rob Thomas and like the Goo Dolls and the Fray and Snow Patrol and freaking Daniel Potter, even though he's a one-hit wonder. I can go down the list. I mean, there's just a lot of like that section of music has just been unserved, I think, for a young group. So yeah, I think it's cool. I think what you're doing is awesome. And the covers, Dan, aren't they spectacular? And I was a covers whore back in the day, like obsessed with covers.
Were we all?
I thought I've heard them all. You know what I mean? Like, by the way, besides water, what is more accessible next to covers? Like, there's more covers in this world than there are plastic bottles.
And I love it.
Yeah, but you managed to stand out, and dude, I've listened to that album numerous times. I really enjoyed it.
Oh my god! My palms are sweaty.
No, you should listen to the covers album. It's amazing. And well, I didn't ask you, but I did ask you last time. This is why I'm confused. You know, the hangs, they merge. How do you pick a song to cover?
It's literally just
Whatever we like.
what we like, and then we start on acoustic guitar and try to find a way to make it us.
How do you break it down?
I think honestly, we just start singing, and then we just see like what
The vibe
what
is.
the vibe is.
What the vibe is when we sing it with an acoustic.
Yeah,
guitar.
it always just kind of like takes shape very naturally. I think as far as covers go,
Yeah,
like,
we just kind of jump into our
like-
parts and kind of see.
and
like,
it'll fall into whatever like the, you know, if it's gonna be like a different, like slowed down, sped up, if it's gonna have this vibe or that vibe, it just kind of like comes out.
it shows itself.
And
to
then
us,
and then
yeah.
Savannah is great at like, you know, accentuating that with a track and like figuring out how to pull out those elements that make it different.
The remix, when it comes out, you must come back on, because I just want to talk to you all after you. I mean, my assumption is you might be hearing numerous people auditioning to be on the remix, right?
I don't know how that goes.
We're but children flying by the seat of our pants.
What a phrase.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, but yes.
I think that,
When,
Yeah.
whenever it does happen.
I'm excited to see who it turns out to be.
that would be so sick.
That's so strange. Like somebody liking your song enough to not only be like, I want to listen to it, but be like, I want to be a part of it. Like, ooh, that's cool.
Good energy only. Avenue Beat, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out.
Oh, we appreciate you guys.
Hey, beautiful human, thanks for watching our full interview, but I get it. Like, a full interview is a lot, so we got a clips channel. We don't expect you to watch the full thing anymore, so we just gave you the highlights. Please subscribe and notifications and all that stuff. Okay, cool. I love you.